All right, guys. Now, I know you guys are confused with the title and you're wondering why the picture's not on the screen. Well, for one, this video is about when Liv and Don were kissing at the Netflix Tudom, and I don't want to see the picture anymore because it's traumatizing, okay? It's hard to see a married man kissing a single woman knowing that he's putting his marriage on the line due to a job description, you know. So I don't want to put it on my screen. I've already did it with the last video I did, and honestly, I'm very disappointed in TKO for doing this. But I can't put the blame on Dom because I understand he's just trying to do his job. And if this is, and obviously this is job related because it's being recorded at a live event, so it ain't like they're doing this off, camera and whatnot. So, hey, the good thing is it's business, but we have to talk about the business. So shout out to the Women in Wrestling podcast. I really would love to hear what she has to say about that moment. And yeah, why don't we go ahead and check it out? And here's a screenshot to her channel if you want to subscribe to her channel. So just want to let you know this video is about that kiss. So let's go ahead and hear what she has to say about that moment and hear her thoughts and what does she think about this.
Hey, cousin. Shout out to the cousin that said, hey, what you think about that Dominic and Liv kiss on the Tudom Netflix extravaganza? First of all, I'm going to get to it, but I didn't know what the fuck Tudom was. And I went and I Googled it because I kept seeing it on Netflix. I'm like, what the fuck is this? That is the sound that the end makes when you turn on Netflix. Tudom. Don't judge me. You didn't know what it was either.
No, I didn't.
Anyway, WWE stars did make an appearance down to the Tudom 2025. And apparently this happens every year. It happened a few times earlier, so this is new to me. Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Dominic Mysterio, The New Day, Kofi Kingston, and Xavier Woods, CM Punk, all were there to hype the new unscripted WWE series, Unreal. So CM Punk was like, you want to watch this because it's stranger than Stranger Things and it's more high stakes than what the fuck is that show? Squid Games. And then Raquel Rodriguez stepped up and she was like, oh, well, y'all want to know and y'all want to see because we got a lot of stuff going on. This is where Liv Morgan says, yeah, like when I stole the championship from Rhea Ripley and her boyfriend, Dominic Mysterio, and now he's my dirty Dom. No real reaction, by the way. Then Rhea Ripley stepped up, and I think some of her gooners was in the audience because they were screaming. And, it was like a nice little section. And she was like, yeah, because I'm here to get the title that I never lost. I kid you not.
And her boyfriend, my dirty Dom.
You see how people are booing her while she's talking like that? It's because Rhea Ripley is there. If Rhea Ripley wasn't there, you wouldn't know how the crowd would react. But that just lets you know people are not invested in this Liv and Dom shit. Told you. There's a difference between reality and fantasy. And right now, it just shows you that reality, nobody's invested in this Liv and Dom stuff. The internet might be, but not in reality. So I just showed you right there.
Everyone knows that the Judgment Day just hasn't been the same since I left.
You see the difference? When Rhea Ripley talks, she gets cheered. When Liv Morgan talks, she gets booed. Because in terms of Rhea is a face and Liv is a heel. Can you imagine what would happen if Raquel and Dom disses themselves from Liv Morgan? I guess we won't know until then.
And everyone can go back and watch Raw to see me absolutely destroy Little Liv and get my title back.
Okay, that's enough. I don't want to get pissed off. But let's get back to the video.
That is what she said. And that was the segment. Now, why did Liv Morgan and Dirty Dom kiss? So the whole thing with kayfabe. Well, they were staying in kayfabe. Okay, and I get that, but baby, you want to be careful. They're playing a dangerous game. And this is from just history. The history of the business, quote unquote. Okay? I learned, and I'm going to be a little transparent here. Listen. You spend a lot of time with your coworkers, okay? More time with your coworkers than you spend with the people at home that you love. To the point where you can build relationships and bonds, right? We just saw the girls bonding on a yacht out there to Natty's birthday party, right? Everybody was riled up about, oh my God, the kid. It's a show. Let the bitches and the guys have fun, right? So, with that being said, the camera panned on Liv, Morgan, and Dominic Mysterio. And they went on to say, oh, the kiss cam. And they kissed real quick. It wasn't even long. Now, the picture make it seem like they was like getting it in hard. It was a real, mwah, lippy, but it was a mwah. And the commentators was like, more, do more. Like, look, we're sitting next to you. Yeah, do it. You can see Dominic was visibly uncomfortable. Listen, if you've seen Dark Side of the Ring, if you know the lore of your favorite wrestlers, please be mindful of what could happen. I understand everybody's so fucking smart and everybody thinks, oh, well, they wouldn't do that. Dominic Mysterio is married. Okay, people said his wife gotta be strong. Oh, she really understands the business. Oh, she's taking it on her chin. Yeah, a lot of wives got to deal with it. Ric Flair's wife deal with it. Bret Hart's wife dealt with it. Right? Steve Austin's wife took the blows and dealt with it. Right? What's his name? Shawn Michaels' wife dealt with it. Yeah, everybody got to deal with the bullshit, specifically the women and the children. Watch an episode of Dark Side of the Ring and look at them deal with it. Oh, it's just a storyline until all of a sudden your husband's fucking somebody and come home and tell you, well, they just do me how I want to get done and leave the family. It's tale as old as time. All I'm saying is be the fuck careful, Dominic. I'm not saying Liv Morgan is a woman eater, a man eater. I'm sorry. She might be a woman eater. I'm not saying she a man eater, and I'm not saying Dominic is a womanizer. He doesn't come off like that. But stuff like this, please be careful. Why do you think Rakishi was like, get my boy Jay Uso out of a storyline with Rhea Ripley? That is a married fucking man.
Well, I think it's because, he afraid that his son is going to cheat, but I don't even know if that's the case. But, I mean, look, I don't blame him, but I would like for him to speak on Liv and Dom as well. I would like for him to speak on Dominic's sake and give him advice. But, again, I understand that's not his son, and, he probably don't know too much about Ray. I don't know. But, again, it is good to get advice from OGs, but because Dom's character is based off of I don't listen to nobody but me, is one of the reasons why he's, anybody that speaks, spits some game to him, he don't listen, but it seems to me like he has no problem listening to women, but when it comes to men, it's like my ears are shut, so I guess that's one of it. But shout out to Stephanie McMahon. I'm glad she did an interview just, Dom being himself and not playing kayfabe and talking about his wife, Marty, talking about Liv. So that's good. But, yeah, we could just get more interviews of him, speaking more about his wife and not about Liv Morgan. I think that can help. So shout out to Stephanie McMahon for doing that interview. Y'all go check out that interview. I'll put the link in the description so that way you guys can check it out. But let's get back to the video.
Now Rhea Ripley's married. Do you see her flirting? Do you see them flirting? Every now and then they might do some little cute little yee, but they don't do that flirting. These people are married, they got kids.
Well, Rhea don't got no kids, but according to Buddy, she's planning on having some, but I don't know if she's going to she's doing it right now. No, she's not doing it right now. But that's down the road. That's down the road, though. They are, according to Buddy, they are planning to start a family, but just down the road. And according to Dom, he said to his wife, he said to Stephanie that that they're just having fun right now. But, with, Dom and Marie, they're having fun right now, trying to travel more and whatnot. But at some point they will start a family, but they're just trying to have fun with it, because they're still young, but still, Dom, having kids is going to save you from committing adultery, bro. Like, it's just, I'm just saying, you having you having a kid with Marie is going to help you prevent yourself from temptation, But he's been doing a good job, regardless of what Liv Morgan say in front of the camera, he's been doing a good job at resisting it. So I'm glad that she brung up the fact that he was uncomfortable. He has every right to be uncomfortable. You should be uncomfortable. You shouldn't be doing that in the first place. But I understand, it's for the it's for the marketing, but it ain't doing much. It's just that moment. But whatever, But let's get back to the video.
This ain't like the business back in the day. Back in my day, you used to slap the bitch and make you a steak, and I could fuck all the women I want. No. We're not doing that. Okay? Dominic Mysterio is not Xavier Woods. Now, I'm not even going to hold you. I saw Xavier Woods' wife. My God, on today. Woo! Xavier Woods got some taste. That's all I'm going to say. I ain't going to tell you to go Googling what his wife looked like and all that. I'm not telling you to do that, but...
Now, she's more gorgeous than Liv Morgan. God damn. Okay.
But I will say I saw a clip over down to, I believe it was Bianca Belair's Instagram, and child, I was just like, okay, maybe that's why he was fucking Paige the way he was fucking her in that porn. Now listen, the only reason why I saw the porn is because back then, you thought you was downloading something and then something else came up. I was not seeking it out. I just want to be clear, okay? Because porn comes when you don't want the porn, all right? But I'm just saying, you know what I mean? I'm just saying, motherfuckers just be like real willy-nilly with their dicks. Like, you know what I mean? I seen Seth Rollins' dick, and I ain't asked to see that. So I already know what Becky Lynch getting. And from my understanding, he is, in fact, circumcised. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? Okay, I actually pulled it up. So shout out to cousin Big Garbanzo. He said, random thought, how do you feel about this Dom Liv shit? Everybody keeps saying his wife is fine with it. It's like when actors have roles, but I'm watching this Tudom shit on Netflix, and they put Dom and Liv on the kiss cam, and they kiss, and it was real. The host gonna say, that's a little PG. Isn't his name Dirty Dom? Let's get some more. When I tell you Dom looked uncomfortable after she said that, and Liv was like, no, like what is too far? I think this whole angle is real high school too. Liv and Dom both damn near 30. Let's stop this CWT drama shit. I agree with everything you said, Big Garbanzo, and I'm also going to continue on. Like I just said, it is a slippery fucking slope. Things can happen. People can build rapport. And listen, I hear all the time that men fall in the pussy because they be like, it was my mistake, and then they end up in the pussy. That's what they say. Okay? I'm not saying these two people are built like that and they weak and shit in the knees, but you want to be careful. It has happened all up and through wrestling and in other industries. Okay? That's all. And to say his wife is fine with it, let me just say this. Somebody said this shit to Instagram. Well, it's like actors. Actors go and act in a movie, right? Have love scenes, kissing, fucking, and all that. Now, actor will tell you how awkward it is to have a love scene because all them people watching and shit, and they'll lay like a piece of cloth between them while they writhing and grinding. Now, That fucking scene on Insecure was a little bit much for me. And if you watch Insecure and you saw an old boy was fucking that girl, you know what I'm talking about. Because listen, even The Rock and his rabbit ass drilling in that woman in Ballers. Child, you know I was going to do a whole podcast on the way The Rock was fucking that chick. If y'all want to hear that, let me know in the comments. Because I already got the pictures loaded up in the camera. Anyway, the thing I was saying was, yes, those people do that. They go and they shoot movies and kiss and stuff. But when they're on the red carpet, they are sure to give each other space. They're not fucking on kiss cams and making out and shit on the red carpet. So I don't really understand the correlation between actors and these two. Actors act for the movie and then they leave. The difference between acting and what WWE's doing is the appearance of kayfabe that a majority of people don't know what the fuck that is, okay? Hence why when you go back and you listen to the WWE segment of Tudom, they really aren't like going up for them like that. Them people in the audience is like, who the fuck is this? Tell me about One Piece. I'm excited about that. I will say there is a new Knives Out coming out, and I love the Knives Out series. Now, Knives Out 2, the Onion one, I didn't like that Batista died so quick. I was super into him. I really was. So that is my thoughts. Garbanzo, I think it's a dangerous game they're playing. I hope they are mindful and respectful of everyone involved. I am going to give the benefit of the doubt and say that these people aren't like completely fucking sex crazed degenerates like Ric Flair. But I think they need to be careful about the appearance of kayfabe. All of that's not necessary. Y'all could have just did the little cut or did like a cuddle or do the little nose thing. But all that kissing and shit, let's be easy. You did it once for the pop and for the storyline. All of this ain't necessary. It's not necessary. Y'all tell me what y'all think in the comments, and I'll catch you on the next one.
All right, so I just want to say, man, shout out to Jaslyn, man, for making this video right here. I mean, she did a really good job with this video. But I just want to say this, right? Look, regardless of what y'all see on social media and what y'all saw on the kissing cam, I call it as it is. It's entertainment. All right. It's all part of the storyline. Like I said, I don't condone it. I think Dom should have never done that. He should have declined. But I mean, look, only thing I just hope for is that, because I know he's not going to cheat. But however, I do want to read this to you guys because I captured this like last month or something. But I just want to show y'all this in case you guys want to, bring up these cheating rumors. Let me go ahead and read this real quick. It says, did you know, even though Dominic and Liv are a couple on WWE TV, they live in a separate hotel rooms while traveling. I repeat, they live in separate hotel rooms while traveling. This is because Dominic is married to another woman in real life. Okay? I don't know where I got this from. I know I got this from Instagram, but yeah, that is true. That is a fucking fact. Pater Stone. All right? Dom does not go anywhere near Liv Morgan's hotel room. Okay? None. I don't care what you see on social media. These two do not sleep with each other. They don't spend time with each other like that. And all the times you see Liv Morgan hanging out, you can't find one video where these two are hanging out without a camera around or like a camera crew or whatever, without anything that's business related. Okay? You just can't. All right? I don't care what you see. That hockey game that they went to, that was all for business, to promote their storyline. That's it. All right? They haven't hung out since. So regardless of what y'all hear from Liv Morgan, you know the only person she's been hanging out with, and that's one person, and that's Raquel Hernandez, a.k.a. Raquelio. You hear me? So I can show you plenty of videos where I have captured, and every person she have hung out with are all women. Okay? Whether it's CJ, JoJo, Raquel, or Jet. Those are the people she hang out with. All right? That's it. She don't hang out with nobody but them. So, and most of the time she go home and play with her animals. That's it. So, regardless of what y'all see, man, at the end of the day, Liv and Dom are an on-screen couple. They're not a real couple. So regardless of what y'all do with them, they're not doing anything together. And that's just what it is. Okay? I trust Marie. So if Marie trusts Dom, I have to trust Dom. And I suggest you do the same if you're a fan of Dom and Marie. Okay? So let's leave that alone, all right? But y'all can comment down below and let me know, what do you guys think about this video? Do you agree with most of the stuff she said? Do you agree with some of the things she say? Or do you agree with, what the critics say and say that, hey, this is wrong, you shouldn't do this, you know what I mean? Or, again, we're not going to believe the rumors in this channel. In this channel, we're not going to believe the rumors unless Marie says something or we see an article that comes out and say Dom and Marie are getting a divorce, which we don't wish that on Dom because we don't want to give these Liv and Dom fans what they want. All right. So Dom's been doing a good job by staying away from temptation. And regardless of what Liv Morgan said, once again, regardless of what Liv Morgan says, at the end of the day, Dom and Marie are still married. And when it comes to marriage, there are boundaries. And I do believe that Dom respects those boundaries. All right. But y'all can comment down below and give me your thoughts down below. All right. Get in the comment box. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share if you're new. And if you guys want to talk about that kiss, go ahead. But make sure you put some bullet points into that when you speak on it. All right. Speak facts. Don't speak anything that's a rumor related. Let me hear you speak facts. Matter of fact, let me see if you're speaking facts, all right? So when you comment down below, be respectful, okay? And be factual, okay? Make sure everything you say in your comments is factual and back up your statements. That's all I ask for, all right? Don't give me no rumors. Don't be trolling down line. If you're going to troll, at least troll with some facts down below. You know what I'm saying? Don't just troll and just make up shit. Like, come on now. Like, tell the truth. Don't lie, all right? Because one thing I can't stand is somebody that just want to lie for these Liv and Dom fans, but don't want to tell the truth about them and their bullshit shenanigans, So get in the comment box. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share if you're new, and I'll see y'all in the next video, all right? I'm out.